Oh, hello there. It's me. It's Chris. Playing Book of Hours again today. It's gonna be confusing, which is why I have the wiki open. Because, as my good friend Tao pointed out, playing without the wiki, or at least the very least a notepad, is crazy. So I'm gonna not. What I am gonna do, however, is look into a Picanic. Because I do have, like, a few people and the Goldscry Logia open, which apparently I can host picnics in, because there's a little bell here that says, oh hey, I could have a picnic in the Goldscry Logia. It has to be in spring/summer, so I'll have to start the preparations pretty quickly if I wanted to. So, you know, I just have to figure out how to invite them and what to give them. So how hard could that possibly be, right? Okay. So, at the very, 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 very least, I'll need a food and a beverage that they would all enjoy. So, for example, if I wanted to invite Arthur Moore, he likes lanterns, so I will have to. He likes the lantern principle, so I'll have to find some kind of food or drink that has a lantern aspect, I guess. So let's just look at that. Okay. Salon, cool. Okay. So I need to invite the visitors. Oh boy. I should also see what's like in here first. Got some ink, some ammoniac, which is a little cup of moon, which is nice, I guess. Shadowless silk. Apparently, everything does have to be in here to start it. So, I guess I'll have to work on that. Which means I'll have to move everything out of here. So, I guess we're going to move this plant somewhere. Could I put it on the floor in here? No. No, I cannot. Put it on the desk up here. Hey, it's getting sunlight. That counts as being aesthetically fine. In my opinion. Alright. Moon. So, does anybody like moon? Can this, like, actually stay here? Forge, nectar, lantern. Okay, so the answer is no. So this has got to get moved. So does the ink. Just put the booze in the basement where all the booze goes. That's safe. That's perfectly safe. I can put this in the dining room with the other stuff. Well, this is a forge drink, Rosencraggy and whiskey. If you need nectar to write the invite, you need nectar to write the invite to Stanislav B1's heart and food drink. How am I supposed to know that? It's just, okay, well, this is why I have the wiki open. Alright, Father Stanislav. The wiki heroine is actually here, you see it on his card. I feel like I need to prep before I, invite them over. Because they only visit for a little while, as I recall correctly. So yeah, I'm just gonna... I haven't written down notes on literally everybody, so we're just gonna do that. So. Let's see. Father Stanislav does indeed want heart, food, and drink. Okay. This is Grail stuff. Alright. Let's see. Could get some cocoa, I guess. Beverages. Let me just highlight beverages for a moment. Look where we can find some drinks. Let's see. Got my water there. These are really beefy. Probably don't want to use the really strong stuff. At least not yet. This is my first picnic. Okay. Isle water. It does have heart in it. He's fine. Is he really fine with water? I wouldn't be fine with water. Ham has heart in it. Witching Chisane has heart on it too. Not sure if I have any of them to match. Already made to see that. I might have one. Yeah, I have a Witching Chisane here. Okay, that's pretty easy. In fact, it's extremely easy. So I'm fine with that. Let's also put this ink somewhere. Maybe not the barber shop. Is there a place where it looks like inks would go? I kind of want to use this place for like memory storage because there's so darn many slots and they're all tiny. Put the ink in the alchemy lab maybe. Makes a certain amount of sense. With all my other bottles. My massive amount of bottles of just random stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we got some Witching Chisane. Is this part of the desk? I think this is part of the desk. Yeah, so I could just slap stuff on it. Cool. Now then, food. Does this ham function as something you can just eat? Technically, yes. Okay. Ham, we've got honey, pickled pilchards, and acquired an unforgettable taste. I would never eat that. First, it counts as a first course. Huh. Remains, this is a cooking ingredient, so I think I'd have to cook the canned ham. I can't just set some canned ham on the table and say, hey, here's some ham, go nuts. Pickled mushrooms. I can, they just can't have the raw aspect. Okay. I am curious, though. Okay. Cannot serve this. So if I want, like, a course, you know, just, like, food, could I, like, portion that into servings if I cook it? Or something? Let me check the recipe book. No, I can't. Okay, good to know. Let's see. I could make him a ham and cheese. That actually probably suffice for more than one person. Who else am I bringing in here? Arthur Moore. What do you like? So who? Lieutenant Arthur Moore. Okay, he wants lantern stuff, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Okay. And Serena. Dr. Serena Blackwood wants forge. Okay. So, the ham and cheese will work for two of them. I just need ham and bread. Or I could just give them the canned ham, but that feels incorrect. That feels like I'm doing a disservice. No. How can I get bread? Okay. I don't see it in cooking ingredients, so I guess I will be looking for bread. How do I get bread? Oh, bread's an aspect. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So I have to, like, have a bread, which means I need dough. How do I get... How do I get that? Okay. I need milk, butter, or flour. Order milk mixed with the flour in the pantry. Get dough. Okay. Dear God. To be clear, I do love the concept of a game making it so, like, yeah, cook for some guests and have a meal. I wish there was a little bit easier way to do this. Okay. So we have some flour here. Cool. Butter would also work. So I guess I need to order some stuff. I'm gonna have to make a shopping list. Oh God. Alright. You can combine the canned ham with either an hen's egg or potatoes for alternative dishes. I do have some chickens down here. For example, I have Terrence and Tuppence. Could I, like, consider them and get some eggs? Oh, I have to talk to them. I have to talk with them, naturally. Oh my. Alright. Okay, so they need some kind of sustenance that is not dead things or eggs. Oh dear God. Oh, great and bountiful dear God. Just need the soul right now. After they give me an egg, they'll be an angry chicken and I'll need to feed them food. Well, why can't I feed them while I talk with them so that they don't become an angry chicken? I have an Eggo on the stove. Oh, it's just a hen's egg. So I do. Huh. Alright. Cool. We'll throw a soul card in here. Ham and egg casserole. What if I added the knife to that? Nope. Does nothing. The bowls? Does nothing. Okay. Good to know. So give 3 heart and 2 grail. And an edge, because of course, why not? That's coming from my herb. Okay. I mean, a casserole sounds like a decent enough dish. The recipe requires cookware. It won't even show you until you put in the item. I see. Just to make things extra confusing. I mean, they have lists of recipes on crafting stations. Where's the cooking list off the side of this thing? Why do they make this so hard? Anyway. This is reasonable to start cooking. So that's some heart food. Cool. What else do I need? So I need forge food of some varietal. So let me just sort. Go to the wiki, sort by principles. Does not sort very well, gotta say. Okay. Oat bread has forge in it. There's... That's not happening. Is this... Oh god. It might not just be under sustenance. There has to be more recipes than that. Yeah, there's a lot more recipes than that. Okay. I want the cooking page, yeah, not the sustenance page. God forbid. God forbid I go to the sustenance page instead. Ooh. Could just get a mackerel. Wonder if I think I have one of those actually. Yeah, I think I just have to cook a mackerel. That'll get me a nice forge dish. Yeah. Of course, I only have the cooking stove here. Do I have another cooking stove anywhere? Or do I only have the one cooking stove? I only have the one cooking stove. Okay. Fair enough. There's more in the house, but I haven't reached them. Well, we're doing what we can with what we got today. Okay, so cooked mackerel works for forge. Great. Is there something easy I can do for lantern? Let's see. Golden marrow or pumpkin soup. What is a golden marrow? Golden marrow can be gathered from the garden in summer or autumn, and there might be one in the pantry. Oh, like right here. I could just shove that into the cooking place with a knife and make golden marrow. Okay. Fair. Okay. Yeah. So that's the course is done. This thing isn't even drinkable. Why is this in the kitchen? You can't drink this tincture. I mean, you could drink it once. I see you ghosting there. Thank you. Okay, so anyway. have a heart. I have hearts. Thing. Got a heart beverage. So let's look at the beverages really quickly. This must make for amazing visual content, by the way. Oh, let me just look through my bottles of wine, because I have a wine cellar, for goodness sakes. So I'm looking for Lantern and Forge on any of these. Edge, Heart, Dandelion wine. That has some Lantern on it. I vaguely recall there being a cup sitting around anywhere. That's thing Shukong cup. Hey! Here's some Forge tea that I just kind of have lying around. Okay. We'll just warm that up, it'll be fine. What about this? Rivaline? No. Strathcombe whiskey? No. Rosenkrausen whiskey, huh? Beverages with enough forge never grow cold. That's not a mechanic. It's confusing enough without you suggesting the aspect depends on stuff. Stuff depends on the aspect. That's how that's supposed to be phrased. There's technically beverages in here. Lethe. That seems bad. Domaine Rivaline. Definitely don't want that. Here's cordials. No, thank you. Rather not use the very powerful and expensive ingredients there. I think I'll just pour out a bottle of Dandelion wine. And like that should actually do it. So I just cook a mackerel. Carve up a golden marrow. Wait for my ham casserole to be completed, and like we could theoretically like get that done. Of course, I have to invite them, so there's that. So I need inks, which is another big thing, I assume. Yeah, add your writing. Invite the villagers, add your writing case as discussion subject when you visit them in Brancrung. Add your writing case as a discussion object when you visit. Right? Use your writing case with a desk with ink to invite them. Okay. So yeah. So now I just need ink, and I want to not use the absurdly strong ink if I can avoid it. In fact, I should probably, like, collate my inks in one spot. That feels like it would be a good idea. Like, maybe in here. Where I keep my cursed books. These aren't cursed. Why do I keep them in here? Probably because I ran out of room somewhere else. Use the room to the left because it has a lot of shelf space. I mean this place? I guess that makes sense. That's good. Clear off the fireplace mantle and use it too. So I can. Solomon Husher. Wait a minute. Aren't you like... I mean, you're not a DeWolf, but, like, surely you're a something. Oh, God. You know what? You get to be here. We'll figure that out later. Okay. Have a bit of parchment here. Guess we'll put that away. I also have some sand. Cool. That's useful, I assume. Put the sand there. Paper on the desk there. We'll just put a bunch of inks up here on the shelf. The candles will go elsewhere. Maybe the church? Put a candle on each window? Yeah. I'm cool with that. I like that. Okay. That works for me. Now we'll just go on a scavenger hunt for inks. Oh, an urn of ashes. I didn't notice that we had that. Cool. Twilight pot. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Holiest hemolymph. Tirza Blake claimed she first synthesized this from her own tears. She was almost certainly lying. Good times. Material. This is pigment. It's for painting. I thought for sure I would find a bunch of ink there. There's just a whole lot of alchemy stuff in here. At the dispensary, where you brew medicine, which certainly feels like it should make perfect sense, huh? Considering his bust gives you the very Reverend Solomon Husher, third librarian of Hush House. Nothing is a place, everything ends. I assumed that was what I would get if it was a consider verb. Alright. Here you go, Solomon. You're the third librarian. Who disorganized this place? It's very rude of them. Then again, given how much I enjoy organizing things, I can understand. Alright. Some ink here. Yet more ink here. Bit of ink here. Okie dokie. Helpful. Okay. God. I don't put this much effort into organizing my own room. Then again, none of my stuff has a very convenient label on it. Oop. Didn't want to do that. Thank you. Azamel ink. Stargall ink. Okay. Let's drop that here. Next to the like inks there. Big ol' ink pile here. Lovely one there. Cool. Is that all of them? It might just actually be all of them. Huh. Okay, good to know. I mean, the Ashartine ink will clear the lantern aspect I need easily, but the others I don't have almost anything at all. This is why I have the wiki open. Let's just go to the inks page. There's no ink page. I can use my skills to write the invites. Okay. Alright. In that case, because I am physically incapable of using anything, I'm going to see if I can't make some very basic ink for basically free. Can make infinite catwink with ink with sickle and eclipse. Theoretically, I could use make Yugal ink too. Catwink. Okay. So I just need a moon desk. Ava's desk has moon. Okay. So if I put sickle and eclipse into here. No. No, I need an ink skill, surely. Surely I need an ink skill here. Craft Labethic Tincture. Yes, show this, thank you. Catwink ink. Okay, I guess I can just do that. Then I guess I will. Okay. Could I use Inks of Revelation on something else? Could I throw my whist in here? I could make Refulgin, but this... What if I threw in Winter here? Don't I have the inks? Don't I have the scary inks skill too? I have Inks of Power. Yeah, here it is. Inks of Containment. The scary inks. This isn't a Winter desk. You fool. You absolute idiot. Refulgin isn't an ink, I should note. Which is why I'm not doing that one. This counts as moon. This has some winter in it. You could craft Eingrau. Still a kind of possibility. Eingrau? I don't even know what this is. I assume it's just some kind of crafting ingredient. So, I'm just gonna make some. I've got plenty of Refulgin, so I don't really need Inks of Revelation. What about Inks of Power? What about the Vagabond's desk? Can I... Okay, there we go. Do I have Rose on any of my soul? Do I have any Rose soul? Fet. Fet has Rose. I can make a salt sign. A rudimentary ink to use. Use a rudimentary ink to trace a sigil of sense and sunset. Isn't that just a memory? I think it's a persistent memory. Or not? I forget now. No, there's assault memory. What's assault sign? It's a mark. That sounds discomforting. Could I, like, get up to 5 scale somehow? At least semi-easily? Parabit. Binding ink. I don't want to use the earth sign, to be clear. I feel like that could be used for way better stuff. But I have something that has scale too. I could just make that. This is... This is... So what do you want to do today, Chris? Oh, I thought I'd have a picnic. Oh, that sounds lovely. What are you gonna do to do that? Oh, well, first I must figure out the arcane rites of making terrifying inks. So I could read this for scale memory real quick. This feels ridiculous. Anyway, it's just a cloudy day, so I don't think I'm particularly, like, in need of making use of the day. Don't. Let's put this over here, because this is, it's a half bottle. You gotta use the bottles. You can't just put them back in the wine cellar. Alright, we got lantern, we got heart, we got forge. Good, good. Offer from Oriflammes. Will you take a tin spin trip? Oh, you will. Wait. This is... It's that lame a book? Okay, well... You know what? Cool. The miter inks are Catwink, Ugal, and Stargull, and Parahabilate. Huh. Good to know. There we go. Catwink. Scary memory. Aingro. This is booze. I made booze. It's an ink you can drink. Okay. Made a delicious casserole. Let's fry up a mackerel. I guess I need a soul. Yeah, poach a mackerel. It's poach mackerel, right? I'm not, like, doing a foolish thing. I can see the aspects on the left, so that's what I want. Is that... below the name. Okay. Ah, yes. Just as Forge, Heart, and Moon. So, I made my heart one with ham and egg casserole. The mackerel suffices the Forge stuff. And then I cook the golden marrow for... Okay, good. So yeah. Poach the mackerel. Throw the casserole up here. Hope there's enough space up here. Anyway, this Catwink ink, I'll have to... I'm going to put it on... This shelf is the usable stuff, and this shelf is the not particularly usable stuff. Yeah, Stargull, Catwink, Ugal, and Parabate. Houndsgull. That looks much beefier in terms of ink. So yeah, I'll just use these inks for writing. And these inks I'll use for unlocking books. If I need them, which I guess will probably at some point. I don't know. Should I serve this? No. Because it's a cooking ingredient, it's not a... No, it's a beverage. I guess this is just one dose, even though the bottle looks absolutely enormous. Sure looks that way. Okay. Fair enough. Is there any books I needed to catalog? Is there any books I could catalog? I mean, I'm not really there mentally. I guess I know if I can make these inks very easily, I could start like ripping open Moon and Sky books and scale books with slightly more ease. Just slightly, granted. Yes. Collecting that, thank you. Alright. So I'll put my very health into this. Grab the kitchen knife. Bake a golden stuffed marrow. That has a lantern on it, so excellent. It doesn't fit. I can't fit all the food on the table. This is the worst. There's no place to put any of this. I don't think it has to physically be there. I think I just have to give it to them, granted. So I don't think that makes it a no-go. Otherwise, you could only have a picnic with like one person. So there's that. Six guest slots. Drag the visitors from your mostly placed the first slot. 6 slots reserved. Blah blah. Each guest has a required food. If no food in the room has the appropriate principle, you must add at least one food meeting the requirements or exclude the picky guest. Add an appropriate beverage to the room or reduce the guest count. But I don't have enough space for it all. I mean, here's my heart stuff. This is my forge stuff. Hello. Tahoe. Does the thing in the room have to, like, actually fit somewhere physically in the room? Can't I keep these in, like, another room and then serve them later? So does this mean I can only invite 2 people to my picnic? Because only two beverages slash foods will fit on this table. There ain't no other place to put stuff. And God forbid I try to move furniture around. The notion. Can't place it on the floor, right? That's... Not that I know of. I wish I could place stuff on the floor. That'd make this game way easier. The easy answer is to hold a picnic in the garden instead. Oh yeah, there is a... Huh. Otherwise, I might be able to swap furniture. Seems. I don't recall being able to move a table around. Place the food and drinks in chairs. You can't place food and drinks in chairs. I have tried to put them in these chairs. There's no spot for them. I definitely don't recall any desks like being able to be moved. Feels like they're all just kind of fused in place. It's like, oh look at these tables. Nope, can't move that. I don't know. Could I move this off of that? Nope. Can't move that thing. Does feel a whole lot like I just can't at all. Nope. I don't think there's movable shelf space. I just don't think it exists. I guess in that case I'll have to move it over here, which means moving stuff around. A lot of work. I could get thinner food. I think it's easier to just have the picnic in the garden where there's a longer table. We'll put the tea elsewhere. Go back to the kitchen. Put the tea box next to the other tea box. Put the already made tea up here where I keep most of my half-used beverages. Okay. This. The whiskey will have to go too. Yeah. Let's put it over here. That's fine. That looks safer, in fact. I like it when it's safer. Drop some ready to serve alcohol over here. I think the ready to serve stuff will go in the kitchen. That makes some sense to me. As for this stuff, to the garden with you. This is... Shelf space is getting upsettingly tight again. I hope the golden marrow is thin. Regardless, I have the heart stuff, so like... Let's real quick. Which one wanted heart again? Father Stanislav. So if I have nectar as a skill, which I do, but I can't use it with the desk. Herbs and infusions, does that work? Nope. When you make the invite, you get an invite item, so there's no time pressure. Oh, that's good. Oh, I have enough here to craft a letter of inviting Father Stanislav. Two truths, one lie. I'm going to bed, you're cute, Musk is a genius. Well, that one's so brazen I can't even make a joke about it. Thanks for coming to the stream, driver. Hope you have a good sleep. Enjoy your coma. Hallucinate vividly during it. Okay. I wrote an invitation. Achievement. I feel achieved. Dear Father Schlaller. Alright. Oh, that goes into my sundries. I don't even have to keep it around. That's good. Alright. So use some more ink. Who else did I want to invite? Who else do I have stuff for? I have Serena's food all prepped. So I'll just grab Serena. Surely I have a forge skill somewhere. Hieroglyphics, does that work? It does. I could do either of them with this. That's kind of funny. Okay. Father Stanislav, Serena, and Arthur. Okay. Since I'm holding a picnic somewhere bigger now, I could invite someone from the village. I don't have the table space for another guest. Where am I gonna put their food and beverage? There's like nowhere. Can't ask them to eat off the floor. That would be rude. Oh, I could put it on the fountain. That seems also very rude. But I guess it would work. Is there any benefit to that? I kind of want to invite Lady Calais just because she's done so much for me. And it seems polite. An extra lesson? Oh, okay. Would I just plug them into the guest slot here? By just, you know, getting their assistance as usual and then just plugging them in here? Not quite. So apparently the villagers will eat anything, so that's good. I go to talk and use the writing case. Do I have to talk with them? I assume. Probably. Does that give me an invitation, or does that invite them immediately? Let me check. Inviting habitants can be done by visiting them and slotting the writing case into the topic slot. They'll gift the librarian with a food or drink item, and their card will be added to the sundries tab. Oh, cool. Okay. So it's just a matter of going over here and talking with the missus. And my topic is the writing case. Invite the Cleo. Yeah. Miss Cleo is clearly excited and remains courteous. She's courteous and may be excited as ever. It's difficult to tell. Cleo's visiting. Nice. We'll attend in the salon in their Sunday best. Pleasant company, not erudite. Maybe slightly less productive of lessons. This card will remain available until they've attended a salon. Nice. Oh, and they gave me a pumpkin. Cool. I'll have to make her a Tisane, naturally. Surely I've got enough Grail to do some true nonsense with this, right? I want the non-fatigue chore, yeah, okay. Make her a witching Tisane. And I'll cook something up for them. Obviously, I have to cook the pumpkin. They gave me a pumpkin, for God's sakes. If I don't cook with the pumpkin they gave me, what am I even doing? Alright. Stuffed marrow. Can I just bake the pumpkin and call it a day? Do I need a soul in there? No. Okay. No. Okay. We will check what uses pumpkins. Okay. Pumpkin. Swap that over. Pumpkin. Okay. Dough and spicing, I could make pie. Either dipping or dough to make the amber pumpkin. To use the amber pumpkin. Hi, Jerry. to... Thanks for the friend. Thanks for checking out the Discord. I'm in the middle of a stream though. Gonna have to wait on that. Okay. Do I have like any dipping? I could order some. Feels a little much. Or dripping, I mean. Basically have to order from Cater and Hero. Can be obtained by cooking beef. And cook the pumpkin for the next salon I invite them to. That much of a pain, huh? Fair enough. What can I feed them that isn't absurdly difficult? Ordering milk beef for the dripping and waiting for the order to arrive. How long could that possibly take? I guess I could go out on the beach and hope to like fish up a mackerel. Is that a beachcombing thing? It's not a swimming thing, right? Could make a grape salad. I have to use the fountain. This is the worst. Yeah, it's beachcombing? Okay. So I'll just beachcomb for a mackerel. What's... How hard could that be? What has the sea seeded? As it is seeded. The sea seeding. It's like a 10% chance. Okay, well... That's... How about that grape salad, then? Did I exhaust everything that can be used in this? I think I might have. That's sort of funny. Oops. Oh well. Hey, my book arrived. Another witching Jasane. Will be the Clay's beverage. That'll be lovely. Nectar. Should I just use my nectar one? Might have used it a little bit. I have to get that another day, maybe. I also wanted to make something the scale ink at some point. And since the day's about to roll over and I'm about to lose this memory, I should probably do that. Is that ink I wanted to do? Is it containment? Power? Had to have been power, right? Yeah. Oh, but I used my health. Oh. Butts. If I had a scale tool, I could do it. Like the glass. Yeah. Okay, cool. It'll just happen on a rainy day, I think. Okay. I've combed the beach and I found a vase of rushes. Huh. That's cute. Doesn't seem particularly edible, but it's cute. Let's put some color in this damn room, huh? There we go. Dusk has fallen. Alright. Now I made the scale ink. Excellent. I'm gonna need to make more ink if I'm going to be hosting salons. Can only host like one a season, but still. Okay. Let's hurry time up a little there. Beautiful. The day is upon us. Alright. Grape salad. Sure. We gave you a pumpkin, though. I thought you were going to make something with that. Yeah! No. If I could order... like... in theory, I use this and I can order stuff. Pheasant, plums, beef, almond, arsenic, because sure. Oil, sugar, butter, potato, milk, flour, dripping. Do I have to do this, separately? I guess I do. Okay. This makes a certain amount of sense. I have to order a single item at a time. See, I thought when I clicked on this, it would like add it to the list or something, and I could just write a big list all together. Silly me. Oh me, oh my, what a silly I am. Wait, can I? I don't see a way to. It's like I drop the order form here, click that, like flower, yeah. But like, I can't pull this into anything. I can't click multiple ones. If there's a way, I don't know how to do it. Anyway. Seems like I'm all set, so I could just theoretically just send out the invites now. Alright. Invite Father Stanislav. Takes 5 seconds to postmark it, which is fine. Postmaster examines the letter and deems it sufficient. It'll go with the next post, she assures me. Yep. I got more, though. Yes, good. Thank you. Costs merely a penny to invite. And I guess the Clyles don't need a postaged and stamped invite because they're like right here. So that's nice. Wait, where'd my order forms go? Did I not make them? Have I gone completely out of my mind? One sec. This says 9. When using the order form, you add each item you want to order. Okay. Oh, there it is. Ordered butter, ordered dripping. Okay, so that all goes into one place. That makes a lot more sense. Cool. So I do just order all of it at once. I can include the same item multiple times. Oh. Seems useful. I don't want to overload myself too much here, but it does seem awfully useful to pick up a bunch of the standard potables here. I hope another order form comes with the order. I mean, why wouldn't it? Be like, do they just hate money? Okay. Dripping. Some milk. Butter dripping, yep. Milk, butter, 2 dripping. I don't even... Just gonna grab stuff that sounds useful. And you can't stop me. Sugar as well, sure. I can get potatoes for free from the garden. Yeah. You know, sometimes. Ham. And ham. Okay. Shopping list made. Okay. Okay, I might need to get change for this. Okay. Nice. So you're telling me I could pick things from the garden here. In summer and autumn. Can I pick anything in spring? Nourishing vegetables in summer and autumn. Didn't realize this would turn into Stardew Valley. Oh, I can harvest grapes from the vine here in spring. Oh. Oh, that's lovely. Do I have any nectar wisdom for this? Need nectar wisdoms. Do I have any? Is that... How did you manage to sort that way? How did you manage to sort beneath two other cards? Use health, not chore. The salon might need my chore. Okay. Made some salad. And I guess that goes in the fountain. Because we are savages. I am a savage. I shouldn't include anyone else. It's disgusting that I can't just set up another table for my guests, but I can't, so that's it. Ah, Father Stanislav, did he receive my invitation? Having a relaxing time sitting by the fountain, drinking and eating grapes. No, what I am doing is I'm like, yeah, I didn't have the table space, so over there by the fountain, precariously perched on it, that's where your main course is. Enjoy. In theory, I could just invite them over and, like, learn languages from them, too. In theory. Do I know Fusine? I do know Fusine. I wish it added a "as do I" in parentheses on these. But they don't do that. Serena's here. Excellent. Serena likes forage drink. Good to know. Lieutenant Moore, hello. You know nothing I don't already know. So that's good. I guess I'm like ready to host it. My guests settle down to a picnic. Keep an eye on the salon as it progresses. I'll need to add soul cards to encourage the conversation to flow. Different guests will need different soul cards. The more guests, the longer the salon will last. It's a big deal. Alright. Start it up. Oh, look at that, the picnic. It's happening up here. Oh, that's lovely. I guess it was too much to ask to, like, see them sitting down or whatever. But, okay. Hosted guests for a picnic. Exalted debates, a more somber tone. Add a Faust. Okay. I really, really hope you don't have any more exalted debates. Stanislav and Arthur discuss the herbs of Persia and their uses in the infirmary of the Labyrinth of Lions. Cool. The conversation ebbs and flows. Spice up the conversation. Add an Arab card. All right. Energetic exchanges. Serena knew Miss Calais when she was an, quote, untidy youth. They reminisce about Brankrug just after the war, and then she reminds him of the time he got caught scrumping in the Practic garden. And though he laughs with her, the tone turns awkward and the conversation ends shortly afterwards. Oh, that's lovely. Miss Calais is the best. Spice it up with another Arab card. Alright. There's figures at the table? Really? Oh, there is, sort of. I mean, that's all I can ask for, I guess. Serena and Arthur discuss the red flower of the Watchman's tree in hushed voices. Serena recalls ways that the Serapeum has used the Isthast's arts to preserve knowledge, even in a book that is burnt. Cool. Wistful asides. Add a tryst. Stanislav and Arthur agree happily about which herbal tisane tastes the most disgusting, and hence is the most useful to speed lingering guests on their way. Oh, that's great. My guests leave happy. Gained an additional potent memory. The lively picnic concludes. All right. You appear to be leaving, departing. A lively salon. I held a lively salon. This is a marker to remind you that you can't hold another salon until next season. Oh. Thank you for making that perfectly explicit. Wild Surmise. Evolve via Ethastry. Okay, that's a lot of stuff, and upsettingly temporary stuff, too. So I got Gossip, Satisfaction. The Wild Surmise is, like, kinda crazy. Oh, yeah, all the food's gone. It's all been eaten. That was lovely. I got 2 herbs and infusion lessons and a pyroglyphics lesson. Now what's this Wild Surmise? It's not a persistent memory, unfortunately, but I think I can evolve something with Ethastry. Do I have anything in Ethastry? A bit. What I got out of these? That one's fulfilled. Glass in the Egg. That one's fulfilled. Pyroglyphics. Tune to Whist. Could I upgrade my Whist with that? Not without another Whist. Oh yeah, that makes sense. But then what can I do with it? I can't seem to do anything with it. I mean, I guess I could use it to open up a book. It's a pretty impressive memory. That's about all I can do. Fair enough. Surely there's a Skybook somewhere that I was like, yeah, I could use this. 12 might be a little much. It's heart, that's nectar. There's all my other, these books are too hard for me books. The Iron Book. Ah, this is Witchworms in it. How'd that happen? Moth mystery. Wait. This is a 4 moth mystery. Why haven't I just crushed this? Maybe I just forgot it was there? It doesn't have mastery on it. I should be crushing that. $14 moth. 18, Jesus. But anyway, yeah. Like, I literally just have to get a desk and with moth aspect, and that'll be it. Where's the moth aspect desk? Vagabond? No. Ambrose? No. How about the pale one? No. Ava's desk? No. Up here? Dayton desk? Yeah, okay, cool. Just literally just that. And then throw in whatever I have. Master the mystery. Sure. Go for it. Got some grapes. You love to see it. That right in the pantry. Okay. Back to difficult books. These are also difficult books. Moon. Edge Lantern. Got 5 here. It's also Sky, but oh, this is also tainted. Ah. Got my 5 moth cooking. I can get up to 8 with that. My Trist is unfortunately fatigued. Fed has 2, that's something. I could get 10 moth, like certainly not impossible. So I could theoretically read this, but it would hurt my Trist and my health. Which is like maybe okay. Because I won't use it. It's winter. 12 Sky. Do I have any Sky? I've got 5 Sky. Get up to 8 Sky, but that's about it. Where'd the rest of the Sky come from? I could use an ink. I could use some Stargull ink. That's pretty cheap. Fost has 2 but needs to be unexhausted. Could I sleep that off with some water, actually? That is why I keep it around. Yeah, quick nap with some Isle water. Maybe it'll even finish before the next day. I could get lucky. You don't know that. I'm unsure what just finished. I think it was a bunch of my guests leaving or something. So I need a new shelf where I put tainted books. I guess it's going to be Eva's desk. It's gonna be close, but you think I'll make it in? Well, here's hoping. Here's my other these books are too scary for me. Shelf. Yeah, there's 10 Sky. Hmm. Eight Moon. Oh, I can't get that one because I need a projector that takes Moon. And I don't have that. Is that ever actually going to be possible, come to think of it? There's no projector that takes Moon. Well, then how the heck are you supposed to... How the heck are you supposed to watch a film? Just have to get an acceptable skill high enough. I see. So just have to have a skill that has one of these and Moon on it. That's incredibly specific. Speaking of very specific things, I should look at upgrading these. I've attuned this. I've also attuned pyroglyphics. That film specifically is a pain. Okay, I'm glad to know. So theoretically, I could use these to upgrade something else. Like anything with heart and nectar in it that hasn't been committed yet. I could upgrade the Magipine Mysteries. Surgeries and exsanguinations too. Theoretically, right? Of course, I need 4 memories of heart with this. Or knock. I do feel like I want to get it, my beefy skills up as high as I can, though. Makes an amount of sense to me. Inks. Do I have any good forge? Pyroglyphics is kind of my good forge skill, but I've already committed it. Not that it's, like, bad to level up old skills that are as uncommitted, it's just non-optimal, I think. Not that I should worry too much about that. Going much further up this tree of wisdom is a little silly. I could use pyroglyphic. I could upgrade pyroglyphics with this. I would need 3 memories. Very tempting. Don't happen to, like, have those on hand, do I? No. Just Grail memories, unfortunately. Grail, Rose, and Heart. Nothing that matches what I got. I say that. I say that. I mean, it's not dusk. It's not like about to be dusk. Theoretically, I could grab 3 heart memories. theoretically, if I used 3 different desks. So like, if I drop Solace in here, use like metal, I guess, or Whist. It's a heart. Rose, Grail, Moth, Nectar, Winter. Okay. Storm. Storm is heart. Just remember not to use your Whist. Okay. Satisfaction is the one I already have. Forge, Nectar, Scale, Earth, Knockman, Winter. Heart and Sky. Scale and Sky. Do I not have another heart memory? Uh-oh. Grail, Sky, that's just Lantern. Scale, Knock, Forge. Moon, Rose. I can use the Cheerful Ditty. Okay. Consider the Hush House key to gain a memory of sound. Hmm. Well, I don't need it, but good to know. What were those noises? My Faust is back. Boy, I wish I had left that book I was about to read in my inventory, instead of putting it back on the shelf and me completely losing it. That would have been way better. Yeah, Faust back, I can pop that Sky book. Theoretically. Faust. Wild Surmise. Sights and Sensations. Gets me to 10. Then I use the Sky Ink. That's a lot, but it's a good use of the memory. It's a very beefy book. Yeah. We have achieved harmony. Sounds good to me, dog. I grabbed those memories. I forget. Is there a heart desk that's convenient? The reading room. Yeah, okay. Sold that. Tar. Upgrade. This. I have to consider. Right. This lesson. I just kind of use anything here. Anything that has one of those. Of course. Why would I suggest otherwise? Memory Storm, Solace, Satisfaction, and a Ditty. And yeah, I can upgrade surgeries and exsanguinations. Seems good to me. It's a good use of it. An incredibly eventful day. Moth! Alright. What'd I get out of you? Foresight. Where's my foresight? So, shelf. It's down here somewhere? Yeah. A lot of foresight books. Holy moly. I really should, like, reorganize just to make a memory place instead of organizing these by memory. But that's for off-stream. That's for when that's for when I'm willing to spend a great deal of time reorganizing everything. Skill is now level 5? Now, in theory, I could upgrade that yet again by getting yet more memories. Basically, that same amount and also considering the Hush House key, but, you know. I also don't want to do that at the moment because it's about to be dusk and all my memories will be pop away. So, you know, there's that. Also, transformations and liberations. I don't know that skill. Oh, yes I do. I totally know that skill. Hold up. I know that skill. Hold up. I can just use foresight on that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's super easy. Wait a minute. Let's just do that. Okay. That's good. Glad I noticed that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. It's a great YouTuber. Gale? 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 Could very easily master a heart book with that. Alternately, is there a chamber I could open up? The glaring room. You don't think I have that language? Oh. Did I completely neglect to look at the language? Killamisi. Right. Don't know that one. Fair enough. Crud. Still, the Gale has to be used for something. Like, I could get into a room with this. So I can get 3, and then I can get 5 plus whatever they've got. Give them the bowl for another 1. So that'd be 6. Offer them a Tisane for 7. Could go look for some help at the inn. See if there's any unusual help to be had. Miss Calais starts with 1. Yeah, she does. I'm sort of hoping if I could get lucky and find someone with heart as unusual help today, and then I can open a beefier room. Maybe. You never know. Alright. Transformation and Liberation leveled up. Awesome. Do I want to... Do I want to level up inks? Do I have enough souls for that? I would need 3 souls to get that. Not sure, because I need that for heart. It's not crazy. Just grab a Revelation book then. Just do that for now. It's just 60 seconds. I probably won't regret that later. Why would I ever regret anything later? I never do anything I regret. Heart, sky, worms, moth, nectar, heart, sky. Winter forge, heart, sky, forge lantern, foresight. That sounds terrific. Throw in my health, I guess. Sure. I just need a lantern somewhere like you. Bittersweet certainty. Yeah. Could take you over to Eva's desk. Throw in an herb. Should be 3 lantern memories that are at least relatively easy. Now I just wait to see who arrives at the inn. Harmony! Sights and sensation. 2 of them. Another Solace book. Where's my Solace shelf? Surely I've secured a Solace shelf. Yes. Who'd I find? A musician? You do have Sky, which matches Gale. Is Sky useful? The Weeping Chambers Sky. That should be perfectly reachable, in theory. I think I'd need my Faust back. 4 plus 7 plus 2. Then I need a +1, but I think I can get that from any old tool. So yeah, let's just get some water and have some rest. And hire him. So you hired. The astrolabe near the start? Yeah, I was just thinking that one. And in theory, I could get some more water from this, so... just do that, I guess. Good to have you, sir. How about that weather we're having? Lantern, lantern, lantern. Okay. Lesson. Lantern, lantern, lantern. Lantern. Armillary is just a spherical astrolabe. No wonder you couldn't remember which it was. Well, that makes perfect sense now, doesn't it? I have entirely forgot to actually read the books I read. Which is very par for the course for me. Right. Thank you, sir. Still exhausted with my Faust, so we'll just let you borrow the astrolabe. Let's get you up to 8. And then 10 should do it. I just have to wait for my Faust to unwound. Right, Insular Relations leveled up. Awesome. Should I? I can still upgrade Sights and Sensations. It's not attuned to anything. Just is gonna take a lot of winter and sky memories. Like a lot. Like a lot. Need 4 souls to get that. You know what? That's gonna be for another day. I've decided. Right? I say that. But I've already got a sky memory, like, on me. So, like... I only need 3, and I've got 3 souls, so I could just grab some souls. Some memories with the souls, right? Like a memory of Storm, for example. Basically just use anything that fits. Storm, cool. Confounding Parable. Cool. Right. Solace I have. Beguiling Melody. It's good enough. that in there with, let's just say, an herb. Sure. Okay. Good enough. Alright. My good traveling musician is now at 8, and as soon as I collab with him with my Phos Plus, he should be able to open up the thingy. Sir, let us collaborate. We shall be watchful, or whatever. I've got some more well water. Excellent. Make some more glasses for my bedside. Just drop some water down here, just in case I need some rest and recover and restorative. Good. And level up sights and sensations now. Yep. Looks good to me. Collaborated with my assistant. Now we'll open up the Weeping Chamber. Water trickles like tears from broken pipes in the ceiling, splashing over the edges that hang here. The floor is inches deep in water. The wind flutters mournfully in the cage bars. Go for it. Sights and sensations is even stronger now. These are getting very beefy. If I wanted to level these up, again, I would need 5 memories, which means using all of my unexhausted souls, and then I won't have a soul left over for the actual lesson unless I slept. But I don't think I have time today. Let's just call this a productive day. I think this is just like, yeah, no, we're good. Burbs. There's a magnificent green cockatoo here. Hello, sir. I wonder what he'll get me. A memory of annoyance? Soft blue sofa. Lovely. Stool or whatever. A gull scry workbench. Huh. Forge Sky Winter and Knock Place. A massive egg. An ostrich egg? A crocodile egg? Surely neither. A gull's egg. Okay. Didn't expect to see that. Some paint. Some lovely wall art. Eggs can be hatched at fireplaces. This is an Eldritch game. Is it wise to hatch unknown eggs? nearly forgot I had a loot box down here. I mean, the answer is obviously no. It is hideously unwise to hatch an egg that you don't know. The Firesworth can store this egg to life, but it'll take a full day. I mean, I can spare a chore for that. I can spare a chore for this chore. It's probably fine. What's the worst that could pop out of it? Right? Exactly. Everything's fine. All is well. All manner of things will be well. Alright, what was in my loot box? An ambergris chunk. It's whale vomit. Cool. Put that in the alchemy lab with my other giant chunk of whale vomit. Sure glad I have that stuff. I feel like I want to use it just to get it out of my inventory. A new day. A new sunny day. There's the... I do have a couple of lantern rooms I could open. Two, three, 5. I could get the Reverend to get up to 7. There's a lot of stuff I could chuck into the sea if I wanted to remove clutter. I mean, I'm not that eager to get rid of it. Stones plus 5, 7. Can I get up to 9? I'd have to offer him food and maybe a tool. I could make that breakable lens, which was not exactly a difficult thing to accomplish. In fact, I think I might still have one. Yeah, the Deer Day lens. That would get me up to 9 with him, which is enough to open the room. Seems fine. Hello, Reverend. I get your help with a thing, if you don't mind. Oh, hey, my delivery! Nice. Oh, that'll be fun to go into the pantry and wonder where the heck I'm going to put all of this stuff. Good Sir Reverend Timothy. How about this lovely weather we're having? Oh, I don't even need to use a soul for this. I can just open it up. Okay, speed up time a little there. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. So, got my order form back. It's part of their advertising. Opening our boxes won't exhaust part of your soul. You know? You gotta know your customer base, and that is something that I am appreciative of. Potatoes. Some milk. I'm gonna go on the shelf. Ham. Some drippings, which I swear I will find a place for. Just Isle water. This is just Isle water, huh? Why am I keeping this around? I can pour 1 billion of it. There's no need to devote shelf space to well water. We're gonna keep that pitcher in my room. That gave me a very weirdly giddy feeling that my pantry's now much better stocked. I should also be working on this nonsense. Can I find 5 sky memories? I mean, probably. Alright. Storm. Savage him. Could also use winter memories if it comes to that too, which means I could use regret. It's 3 memories. Confounding parable. Another sneaky memory. Toss anything away at the siege edge for a memory of loss. Winter and edge. Oh, that is sneaky. Could I chuck a glass of water? That's cheating. It's not, I mean, it's, you know, literally not cheating, but that's cheating. Okay. Use anything here. Okay. That should be all the memories I need? Theoretically? Yep. When something is given to the sea, it rarely returns. Although, of course, I did. You're not wrong, me. My assistant and I are vigilant. Good. Take this glass that I can always make in a workbench for free. And I'm sure I could feed him something that could get him up to 10. That wouldn't be, like, too absurdly painful. Probably. With the Egangrau? No, that's not Lantern at all. Could offer him candles. Won't that get used up? It will get used up. Of course it will. What do I put on my desks to light it if I don't have candles? I don't want to use the items they give me. It's crazy talk. Dawn Lion coughing and Evening Isle coffee has 2 lantern. Veiled Goddess, Blue Crown Tea, Rosencrantz Whiskey. Could also offer him a cup of dandelion wine. It is conveniently here. Granted, I've never made coffee before. Oh, you have to make it in a fireplace. Of course, the cooking stove doesn't count as a fireplace. The very notion that the cooking stove would function as a fireplace is shamefully stupid of me. Alright, that's a lot of memories. I got more than I needed. That's on brand. Whole pot of coffee. Lovely. Collect it, thank you. Shelf up here. Hey, I know it's like literally the afternoon, but how about a cup of coffee? There it is, Sights and Sensations 6. Sweet. Surely sometime I shall suffuse sights and sensations to satiety. Could I, like, do that today? I do have 5... I have 6 souls cards, but I would need whist for that, and I exhausted my whist. But I have enough time in the day to recover it. And then I wouldn't have used Memory Storm for no reason. What I'd actually have done was use it unknowingly, more than I needed it. Don't I need a lesson? Oh, that is I did use the lesson. Huh. But Storm has heart in it, so I could use herbs for that. And then I would just need either health or shaft or chore, so... Retroactively genius, yes. Excellent. Let's get some heart/knock memories then that are not Storm. Solace. Yep. That works. How many do I need again? 5. So I need to make 4 new ones. Okay. Moth, Nectar, Impulse, Heart and Sky, Cheerful Ditty. That works. That's 2. Pattern works because it does knock on it. Throw that in a shelf real quick. I just need one more. Satisfaction has heart on it. Impulse works because of Nectar, but no it doesn't. Yeah. I just need health or shaft for this, so I can use my chore over here, unlock that, and that should do it. In theory, that should be perfectly fine. What did I just do? I need the language it's in, because God forbid that happens automatically. John Merkley! Thank you. Appreciate the raid a great deal. How you doing? How was your day? Okay, I need Fusine. There we go. This is written in Ramsund. Okay. Wait, which one was that? Oh no. I think it was this one on the winding stair. Ramsund, yeah. That sure does look like the one I just got. Okay, good. We're good. Everything's fine. Where's my Ramsund language? I can grab books that don't need language. I could, but then I wouldn't be grabbing the first one I find. Thus, it would take actual effort. So I can't have that. Now you might say, isn't it like way more effort to look for the language? To which I say, yeah, shut up. Anyway. The Reverend Timothy is now at 11 lantern. So we could pop open the glaring room. Nothing else, right? Pretty sure nothing else takes lantern. Yeah. So I overshot this just a touch, but that's okay. Let's unlock the room. Nice. Okay. All right. Collect. 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 Nice. Let's boost this skill to level 6. Heck yeah. And the room is open, the solarium. This room was once for the meditation of favored visionaries. Here, White Matilda prophesied the victory of the Iron King in the War of the Roads, much as it would occur 300 years later. She got his name wrong, though. That's great. Oh, your sound was off. Well, then let me say, hey, thank you very much again for the raid. Appreciate it a lot. How was your stream? How you doing? Awakened feather? Alive to every drought and spark. It's a feather. Has 2 sky. Cool. Potted bamboo. Lovely. William Harries. Wonder who this guy was. I guess I could consider it. Paradise Palm, a clock, Vessel Seed, a bunch of books I'll need to read. A lot of plants in the solarium, which sure does make a lot of sense because of all the sunlight, huh? What were you playing? If I may ask. Consider William Harries the 6th librarian, priest and Nicodermus, whose end has always remained obscure. Star Sector. I haven't heard of that one. Thank you, Tahoe, for looking on the wiki for that. Okay, so he's the 6th librarian. 5th librarian, 4th, 6th librarian. Boop. Look how happy he looks. Now I got a ton of books I need to catalog too. Goodness me. Well, I'm not gonna be using, not gonna be doing much else today, I think, with all my souls being utterly exhausted, so I guess we'll just catalog 2 of them and call it a day. Just throw that in there. Can I? No. What's fed again? This is Moth and Rose, right? Okay. I think this has Rose on it. Yeah, it has Rose on it. Cool. Catalog the books. Figure out what the heck they are. And level 6. Can I, like, start killing witchworms now? 7 heart feels like a lot. No, I need 7 winter for that. I wonder what can cure witchworms. Just those 2 skills I have, huh? Neither of them have winter on it? That's cool. I wonder if there's a way I could get like 7 winter on that. I would need ink. I'd need some pretty beefy ink for that. Parabate has 1. Assurantine has 6, but this feels like it's got to be like a very difficult thing to craft just willy-nilly. Check the inks real quick. There's Nillicant. The ink, which I need 15 winter for that, though I can use Sights and Sensations for that. But how the heck am I going to get the other 9? I also need Solomon's Preparations, apparently. This can't possibly be worth the effort. There's just cordials. Where did I put Solomon's Preparations? Somewhere in the alchemy lab, probably. This is not worth it. It sure doesn't feel worth it. But dang it, I want to cleanse the books. I'm tired of having my books sitting there being like, hi, I have a 5th eye curse in me. Isn't that fun? Effective against corruption. Can I, like... Yeah, those are all curses. That's Witchworm. Your Taint. Witchworms. Chionic Theoplasma. Yeah, that normal thing that, you know, everybody has to deal with at some point in their life. Remember, you can ignore the contamination depending on the soul element you use. You just power through. Yeah, I know I can ignore it, but like, but my brain wants to cure them so that like they stop being tainted and I can stop worrying about it. And it feels like something a librarian would do, being like, oh yeah, that book, it had a theoplasmic taint on it, but that's okay. I cured it because, you know, I wouldn't just have that in my library. That'd be insane. Yeah, hilariously, the strongest one I have is against corruption, and I haven't found any corrupt books yet. forget. What does the Sethic Taint need? Knock. I'm sure I'll find that again at some point. You might be asking, hey Chris, why didn't you memorize it if you were gonna look at it a second time? Now, you know, that's a really good question to ask, and it's kind of silly of you to have expected an answer from it, to be honest. If you've watched any of my content, I leave a lot of questions hanging, because there's no good answer, basically. There you are. Needs knock. This is not knock. This is also not knock. That annoys me greatly. You can use 2 Edicts Martial and 2 Moon Memories to craft an Old Wound Winter Persistent Memory. That'll give you enough winter to cleanse it with Whist, plus the memory and the Bronze Knife. Huh. Need 2 Moon Memories. God, this game's a lot. Moon. Okay. Oop. Hi, kitty. Hello. You know, I fed you literally like 2 minutes before stream, so you wouldn't come in and be like, hey, feed me. And here you are, getting on my lap and being like, hey, feed me. Hello, Cass. How you doing? Then she gets off my lap being like, he's not feeding me. Why hasn't he fed me? This is BS. What kind of absolute nonsense is this? Oh, the egg hatched. I forgot I was doing that. It's a turtle. It hatched a large turtle, living relic. Bleh? Can I put it? Okay. He can go in my room as... Okay. Hey, Mr. Turtle, you're my pet now. Can I chat with you? I can chat with you. What kind of food do you eat? You'll eat any sustenance that is... Okay, you'll eat any sustenance that is either remains or an egg. I imagine he'll give me a memory if I do that. Because that's what everything gives you when you talk to it. Okay, well. Cool. Unsettling, but cool. Not sure why a ancient tortoise hatched out of my large unknown egg that I very, very wisely decided to hatch, even though I didn't know what was in it. But I'm sure glad it exists now, I guess. Oh yeah, the books. What do we got? Grail book. That should be easy. Yeah, it's written in Aramaic, and I know Aramaic, so that should be easy. Just, you know, need some sort of soul to be able to do this. 14 moth, and it has witchworms in it. Ew. Well, you get to go on the shelf with all the other tainted books. Congratulations. This one's easy to do, though, but I need some sort of soul. Right? I can't just throw that in a desk and call it a day. Right? I need some sort of soul to work with this nonsense. Right. Yeah. I would definitely need something. So I'll just wait for tomorrow when I'm no longer completely and utterly exhausted. Suppose I could call it a good day when all of your souls have been completely exhausted. That means you spent all of it. Beautiful. Alright. Throw Arab in there. Throw whatever. Yep. And that does that. Shabam. If I wanted to... Alright, so... Old wound memory. I wonder if... might have to ask Tahoe when he gets back about that. Because, like, in theory... Oh, hi. It's raining. That's something. I could open my Nectar book with that. Heck, I barely need the rain. Actually, I don't need the rain for that. Well, that's funny. Just drag that to any old desk then. Any old desk that preferably has Nectar on it. Or I could just consider it, which sure I'm feeling like that's what I want to do the longer it takes me to find an appropriate desk for it. Yep, my patience has been exhausted. What do you know? Just bloom that instantly. What else can I do with this thing? 2. I could get another memory of 2. That'd be 4. I could get 8 Nectar. Then I just need a +1 to get into the root thronged descent. I would need somebody with Nectar on them, though, and that is not a guarantee that they'll pop up. But it does mean it's a good time to look for unusual help. Maybe I'll get lucky and someone with Nectar will show up. Hello? Ah. New season's making this stuff change, and I'm going to get a visitor. Cool. Speed up time a little. Or speed up time a lot. That finished. A passing musician. You have Nectar on you. Alright. That's really useful. You're hired. Hi. Miss Azita Bukhara is here. She knows Aramaic, Phrygian, Latin, Deep Mandaic. I don't know Deep Mandaic. I do have a bar on Sphentria. I could learn that from her. Granted, I don't want to do that right now because I have to talk to the dude. I can always invite her back to learn the language. Yeah, it's true. Wait, can I, like... Can I talk to her with my writing case? How do I get somebody's calling card again? Oh, God. Anyway, let's talk about the weather with this gentleman. The only nectar I have is me. Collab with that to get him up to 7, which is fine. What was I planning to give him again? Grail! We did it! We read a book! On Matthias and the Amethyst Imago Pursuit. Matthias defied us to hunt the names of the moth in the wood, to populate his pinned collection. The Amethyst Imago had dallied with the witch and sister, but she'd returned to the wood to plead the moth's pardon. The moth, as a whim or a penance, sent her out to lure the long to a slough of nightmares. Matthias loved the Imago. In parentheses, did he? Can Long love, or has that origin of their soul desiccated beyond repair? The Imago loved Matthias. Did she? Or did she only exact a whim? He pursued her through the wood, but at last she turned aside from the nightmare slough, and they lay together where their bounds grew bright. So they learnt the Grail's pleasures, and this is the lore they won. So that's just gossip. I got a gossip memory, and a little bit of desires and dissolutions, which I could use to upgrade something with Moon or Grail, because I've already attuned that one. Could upgrade Sickle and Eclipse again. Granted, that's something I can do later. Where's my gossip shelf? There's my gossip shelf. Into the gossip column. Good. Good, good. And you are contradiction memory. I have read Honey, the Comprehensive Guide. Haddington insists that all the primary aspects, nectar, scale, heart, lantern, moth, grail, are possessed by bees and expressed in honey. Clearly, he points out, there are only 6 primary aspects, as a honeycomb has only 6 angles. Oh, he's thinking with his entire brain for that one. Ugal ink is prepared with these techniques, but so is Shin Shuck mead, and only Skin Shuck requires honey, just as my beverage or foodstuff can't be improved with the addition of... just as any beverage or foodstuff can be improved with the addition of honey, so any garden is improved with the presence of bees, even those bloody Blumberendel. Blumberendel. Sure. Well, that was a lot. That's a contradiction memory. Gonna throw that on the contradiction shelf, even though I'm not going to have a contradiction shelf forever. But, you know, at some point At some point before the change, I do need to know where I have contradictions. Gathering melody, revelation, pattern, fear, contradiction. Just chuck that in there. You have hundreds of hours in both Cultist Simulator and Book of Hours. Yeah, the lore is really expansive in this game, to say it even a little mildly. Like, oh man, Tao showed me this website where they compiled, like, I don't know, 20 different, like, documents on just, like, all the stuff in the lore. There's a lot. There's a lot. And it's really, like, neat and evocative. Anyway, game. The game I'm playing, Insect and Nectars. Do I have that skill anywhere? I don't think so. So I guess I just learn it. You can just look it up, but where's the fun in that? You know? Cannot deny. Okay. 7 Grail. Cool. Alright, what have I given you again? I've been given a memory. I've collaborated with you. So I can give you a tool and a beverage. Or sustenance. To get you higher. So I just need nectar for you. Dandelion wine has 2 nectar. Am I willing to give him some of my precious wine? My god. I think so. I'll get him up to 9. Increases his aspects, and he's glad of the refreshment. Alright. Now I just need to think if I have a nectar tool anywhere. Because then I could get him up to 10, and I could do the better room. Instead of settling for the root thronged descent. Ooh, getting him up to 11, never mind. I might have to just settle for the root thronged descent. Bronze has 2 nectar. My god, the knife just solves all my problems, doesn't it? Right. A new skill, insects and nectars. Cool. Maybe I'll get honey from that somehow. Maybe I'll just manifest honey from that in some form or fashion. That'd be fun. Again with the Grail. Grail and Moon. I could go with Sickle and Eclipse again. The problem is that is very hard. But, like, doable. I have a beehive in the vegetable garden. Oh. So I do. But I fatigued all my health. Okay. I guess I'll have to do that later then. Back to pondering Sickle and Eclipse. Edge and Moon. I have Edge and Moon here. The knife is really useful. They added it with the DLC. Well, that was nice of them. Can I get 5 Edge and Moon memories? Maybe. Confounding Parables 1. salts one. I already got a contradiction. Winter and worms, heart and sky. Heart and sky again. Grail sky, lantern, knock and forge, scale and edge. I can get a fear. That leaves me with only 3. Well, 4, but I need 5. But I can get a lost memory by chucking water into the sea. That's winter? I have forgotten what fear is, or loss is. Which normally would be pretty sweet, but not right now. Loss. Edge in winter. Okay, so edge works. What's the news for traveling at night? I like have a vague recollection of something about that. Anyway. Let's consign some well water to the sea. It's very useful, that. Alright, and then the rest I just get. So, yeah, memory of salt. Intuition is moon. An absurd language, is it? No. Good. Let's throw Shaft in there or whatever. Alright. It's 1, 2. Confounding parable. The one I just put in, I think. Oh god. Brain. Brain is unraveling. Just too much on it. Got contradiction. Fear, right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the 5th one again? The one in my inventory right now, I believe. Yeah. 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 Okay. Cool. Alright. Offered him some wine, and now I'll give him a knife. Hey, here's a knife. Isn't that cool? The knife will help us. Me shakily pointing the knife at him. Take the knife. Alright. Now we clear out the collapsed cellar. Nice. Do I have to, like, offer her a book to get her calling card? I forget. 2 yeses. Okay, awesome. The Lionsmith is a patron of liabilities and of Maharad, who is my dearest enemy. The Colonel is my patron. Lionsmith is to the Colonel as Maharad is to me. It will please the Colonel to see this Lebhite die without honor. And now you know the pieces in the game. The city of Maralek, the Lebite Ahesis has begun a dramatic and dangerous metamorphosis, one that's alarming to friends or enemies alike. So you want an edge book. That you can read. And you can read Aramaic, Phrygian, Latin, Deep Mantic. Well, you can read a lot of stuff, huh? So if I talk with her about the affair, in theory, it should be like, yeah, do you have a book for me about this? And I would need edge. I need strong edge. This one has witchworms on it. I feel slightly awkward offering that one. 6 edge. Debelis Mortem. It's written in Latin. Do you read Latin? You read Latin. Marad will seek to give Abiasasis his opportunity to die with honor. I will seek to prevent it. There will be other pieces on the board, no doubt, seeking to save him, or to take him as another kind of trophy. So I must be prepared. I'm armed, I'm prepared, I'm resolved. This part of the game gives me no pleasure at all, but I did not expect eternity ever to be gentle. I made my choice, and so did Abiasasis. Goodbye, librarian. Are you gonna die? Don't die, I need your calling card. Or is this goodbye more I'm leaving now that I know? How bad could it possibly be? Alright, Sickle and Eclipse. Put that in there. Metal works, I guess. Anything works. And then we throw all the memories in there. Shabam! Level it up again. She's starting to resolve the matters what she's saying, I think. Okay, well, it's nice that I'm not sending her off to die. Although it's entirely her choice. Level 6. Dang. These are some strong skills, I assume. Servants of the Colonel are not so easily killed, I'm sure. Yeah, except when they go against servants of the Lionsmith. Then it's a toss-up. I got her card. And a bronze Spintria. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Let's grab a desk and put her card in there. Cool. Better not, oh god, what have I done? Better not invite anyone who is with the Lionsmith over for a picnic, unless I want to have blood sports along with tea. Also, I should use this occult scrap at some point. don't even know what it's for. Also, the room opened up. I should go check that out. The Earth Cellar. In the time of the Abbey, this was a shrine to St. Lucia the Eyeless. The Eyeless. Oh, boy. I would not want to get that name if I was a saint, because I have an idea of how to get that name as a saint. Since the heresies of the Intercalate, the Church of the Unconquered Sun considers her an aspect of the hour called the Mensicate. Back when then, she was just a patron saint of stained glass workers and eye doctors. The tree in Earl Bryan's field outside was traditionally hung with stained glass ornaments on St. Lucia's Day. Since the dissolution of the Abbey, though, it's mostly been vegetables in here. The writing in these games is absolutely top-notch. Dang, look at that. An entire basket of vegetables, onions, leeks. Not a whole lot of shelf space, though, I note. It's nice that it's a vegetable cellar. Can I, like, put my potatoes in there? Just literally just have a root cellar where I put my vegetables. The answer is feeling like a resounding no, because there's all the shelf space is already taken up by plentiful amounts of vegetables. Then I can reorganize it a little bit. Okay. You know what Alexis Kennedy smokes? It had to be top-notch stuff? Yeah. It's great. This game's like anything Weather Factory makes is great. Just if you know, enjoy reading. If you don't enjoy reading, then it's probably hit or miss. Come on now. Come on now. There has to be room. Yes, there we go. Pumpkin achieved. I love how the leeks leaning out is what's taking up most of the shelf space. Could I, like, put it over here and have that leaning over the side? Probably not. I feel like that this part of the leeks needs shelf space as well. Leaves have bad kerning. So true. I have now put vegetables in the root cellar, and that feels incredibly appropriate. Is this like a secret door down here or something? The Mist-Sunk Meadow. That's crazy. This whole thing is crazy. This game is nuts. Everything about this game is crazy. Buh. Should probably decipher some books, too. Well, the day is waning, and I have unspent soul. Get in here. catalog a couple of books. Call that good. Hi again. Oh, I see you've decided to come into the room again and open my door so that my voice carries throughout the place. Oh, I love disturbing people. She was just like, why haven't you fed me yet? It's fair, I haven't fed her yet. Deep Mandaic, Winter Mystery, that's very beefy. That's not getting done for a while. 6 knock? That's very easy. Like, very easy. Like, it's this easy. Okay. Callicite Supplications. In Greek. Doesn't appear to be cursed. 8 Grail, that's doable. Might have to be doable tomorrow, but it's doable. 4 Winter. Could do that in my sleep. Let's go to the Winter Disc. Is this just like already done? No. I need 2 more. I would need a memory. Wait, does Gossip have a grail? Surely there's a grail something. Does the knife have grail on it? The knife has everything on it. The knife has everything on it. Okay. I guess I'm reading 3 books. One thing I had to work on when playing this game coming from Cultists is to relax and not worry about too much about being time efficient. Yeah, depending on the game, depending on what mode you're playing in Cultist Simulator, it's not like that scary a time crunch. Because as long as you're clearing your dread and fascination, nothing's really killing you in that game. And, you know, as long as you don't do any major crimes, but, you know. The art for surgeries and exsanguinations, you know, this reminds you of not all doors are wounds, but all wounds are doors, which is, very disturbing. Love that about all this. Mastery Nectar. Oh, wait, this is not a, I have already learned this. I have yet to learn this shelf. This is an I have yet to learn it shelf. Ay, ay, ay. I'm getting up there with a bunch of my skills. Like, I should be looking into, like, edge books and stuff. But I think I wait for the books that I just read to be done. Apostle means a lot more pressing things to manage. Oh, God, I hate the Apostle runs. I hate them so much. They are incredibly stressful. I mean, like, they get a lot easier if you manage to kill the long, but, like, holy... That is a... takes a lot of sacrifice that I'm not particularly fond of doing. Alright. I have read the Elations of Lemontinus. Just the Lantern Apostle one where you lost half your people. Oh, God. I mean, that's meant... I mean, the Apostle runs are meant to be the super hard mode of the game. Which is why I don't play them very often, because I don't like it being super stressful. If Giannis were an hour, Limontinus might be counted among his names, but Giannis has never passed that threshold, and so Limontinus is not. Jeffrey discusses, quote, the sights upon the threshold, unquote, drawing comparisons between the duties of guest and host, and the status accorded to ours and other powers who dwell in, are permitted in, or are forbidden access to the House of the Sun. It was of course Jeffrey who later invited Sentir by giving sanctuary to Natan of Regensburg in an age where the Jews were by royal order unwelcome anywhere in the kingdom. Fun. It's a pattern memory. Throw you on the pattern shelf for now then. All the purple books seem to be pattern. Oh my god. Thank you, Kos, for the follow and for testing to see if my confetti alert still works for when somebody follows me. Appreciate it. I could, in theory, upgrade signs and scars with that. I just need some more stuff. In theory. You didn't know it did that? I know, it's a surprise to the viewer and to me every time. Callicite supplications. If we should remember not, let our children remember in their redmost dreams. That's a great opening paragraph that's not ominous. One prayer describes how sufficient grail aspect can be used with Tridesma Hera writes to give, quote, a life, a little life, a little life, to a doll twisted from fabric. Oh, I've got one of those. Oh, yay, that's great. That's great. Throw that on the satisfaction shelf. Beguiling melody. Where's my satisfaction shelf? There it is. To the satisfaction shelf with you. Fabric is so hard to get. Isn't that like in one of my order forms? I hope fabric is in one of my order forms. Wine, whiskey, cocoa, pheasant, plums, beef, almonds. Oh no. Might just actually be really hard to get. Wire, glue, ham, coffee, paper, oil, tea. Oh no. The hoops you have to jump through for fabric is insane. But why? Why would it be so hard to get fabric? Why would they do this? Do I have a loom somewhere? Anyway. The Annals of St. Brandon's. 3 events of particular interest are recorded. An endowment by Eva de Braus, widow of the Marsh Lord Gwilyn de Black William, which enables an expansion of the abbey, the construction of the Winter Tower, which is dedicated to the Madrigal, and the death, quote, by poisoning an aunt's unsanctioned, unquote, of Abbess Norma. Nana. Oh. Poisoning and arts unsanctioned, huh? Cool. After Abbess Norma's death, Nona's, excuse me, my vision's blurring and my throat's starting to hurt. The, quote, double foundation is dissolved and the monastery is reformed to accept only male novices. At this point, the ink changes. The helpful scribe explains that for the new foundation, the abbot has mandated Stargall, not Ugal ink, and he outlines the differences. Use of inks of containment techniques with sky, not nectar context, but doesn't trouble to explain why. Oh, that's upsetting. It's upsetting and gives me a memory of regret. How appropriate. Fear, pattern, gossip, impulse. Sight, parable, intuition, storm, regrets, yeah. Throw that on the regret shelf. For regret. Boy, look at all of these things I have. I've got 2 forge memories. But no lessons that need forge. It's unfortunate for me. Got all these disparate memories. How are my inks of containment these days? They're weak. They're extremely weak. So I could just upgrade that very, very easily with basically anything. With regret. I could upgrade it with regret. That seems fine. Cool. Tridacehira also. Would need Grail and Moon. Have some Grail. I would need a lot of it to really start upgrading it. Skills I'm trying to upgrade is what determines the type of memories you want, not the unlearned lessons. Hold on. My brain didn't parse that. Is what determines the type of memories you want, not the unlearned lessons. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, yes. Sorry. That took me a second for my brain to work through that, but yeah, I know the skill I'm upgrading needs the memory types, not the thing itself. But I wanted to upgrade the skills that they are. So, you know, they're one and the same. Maybe you worded it weirdly. Like, how would you, like, word it not weirdly? This game is a lot. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's upgrade. Or upgrade this. How many would that take? I think it takes 3 memories. Grail and Knock. So just get Grail and Knock memories. And call that good. Sure sounds like what I want to do. Grail. Nope. Fed, sure. That one, did I just redo a satisfaction? There's a good chance I just did, because I'm not paying any attention. No, that was Beguiling Melody. Good. Thanks, brain. One part of you was working. Gossip counts as Grail. You don't need the same lesson as the skill for upgrading light. Nope. I know that. But, like, as long as I haven't committed the skill to the tree, I feel like I want to upgrade it as far as I can. Like, you know. It's just how I felt like I want to play the game for the moment. Okay, I got Gossip. Great. Now Satisfaction already. Could just get some Knock, which also works fine. Let's just read Pattern then. Yeah. Although I have a pattern. Wait a minute. Both of these memories work. Never mind. I only need the 2. Good. I mean, I knew that's all I needed. I'm on top of this. Took you a very long time to let go of that, especially with the DLC, saying an infinite amount of lessons and upgrade all the skills easily. Yeah. I know. But I hate it. Easily in quotes, yeah. It's definitely, definitely in quotes easy. Hello again, Sandy, my adorable kitty, who has once again decided to open my door and let my voice carry. Easier. Yeah, it is definitely easier. When I learned that you can theoretically get a lot of lessons from salons, it did take a lot of stress off me, where I was like, oh no, I've only got a limited amount of lessons. I need to optimize which ones are from each book. And then I'm like, no, you actually don't have to do that anymore. You're actually okay now. And I'm just like, oh, good. So that's good to know. But I should have used a different memory there, huh? That was dumb of me. Oh well. Will not be the first or last time I do a dumb. Let's grab Moon and Grail. So let's just grab Satisfaction again. Or another Beguiling Melody, sure. I only need 2, I think. Just get a moon from anywhere. This works. The RPG hoarding and optimizing syndrome can be put to rest once you know something is infinite. Exactly. It's so upsetting when just you might need it later syndrome hits so hard. It's like, but it's limited. What if I screw up my playthrough? I blame King's Quest for the origin of that, to be honest, where it's like, oh god, I have to make sure that's correct, otherwise I'll soft-lock my game forever. Level 4. Very, very nice. That's 5 Grail, which is pretty good. Also, I could, like, level this up twice, come to think of it. If I just got 3 more memories of Grail / Moon. I sure could. I guess I could just do that, huh? Mayhap. Mayhap I wish to do such a thing, then. First level, you don't need anything, because that just learns it. So I need 1. Got 4 cooking. That should be enough. I'm gonna quietly assume that's enough. Hi! Hi again. I didn't know lap time was so urgent. Or is this not lap time? Yeah, you don't want to cuddle. You just want my attention so that I feed you, because it's food time. Yes! Food! Food now! Stop looking at the glowing box and food! I'll actually need another thing. I need another thingy. If I don't have another thingy, I won't have enough thingies. Your lantern, right? Yeah, okay. Intuition? It's moon. Okay. I am going to have to wrap up pretty soon. But I think I'm gonna learn these lessons and then I will feed my cat. By which I mean end the stream. But it's a lot. Sure is a lot. Leveled up to 3. Nice. Okay. That one. Need one more, right? I'm not a crazy person. Yes, need one more. Okay. Good. I'm not a crazy person. And, you know, in this respect. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And there, I remembered which skill I needed. I didn't think I just needed to hold on to Shapt or anything like that. I knew that Chore would work, and that's why I didn't use it. So you can't prove that wasn't what was in my brain. Yeah. There we go. Level 4. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is some crazy stuff. You just get up to level 9 or something. I forgot. I think that's like the max level. Anyway. Hey, Book of Hours. Boy. What a game. What a game that I can wrap my head around. Definitely. I need to stop and feed my cat. So I'm gonna do that. I highly doubt anybody else is playing this. Yeah, not so much. Could raid Sean. Haven't raided Sean in a bit. He's playing retro games. Sean's good peoples. And if you like retro games, which he is doing currently, stick around. Because I'm going to go ahead and raid him. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. The viewership is always appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow with Against the Storm. And, yeah, that'll be fun, probably. Anyway, I hope to see you there. And if not, you have a lovely rest of your day, or evening, or week, whatever. Hopefully see you later. Take care. Peace.